Part 4, big ideas from educational psychology. We're looking at teaching and learning. Let's look at learning styles slash preferences. Technically, there is a difference, but for all practical purposes, these terms are synonymous, but technically there is. So let's think about them as the same. Learning styles is how one likes to approach learning, how a person best obtains knowledge, how you like to study, and how you like to learn. Learning preferences. All right, how you like to study and learn, how you process information, how you take it in and interpret it. Some people like to think about it. I need to read it. I need to write it down. I need to see it. Some people like to process by talking with other people. Others need to reflect. So learning preferences is how you prefer to learn. Learning styles, we're going to take a little bit look at that in just a minute. But knowing how your mind works enhances both how you teach and how you learn. Part of your teaching process at all levels should be helping children understand how their mind works. And that is done through looking at multiple intelligences, but also understanding cognitive learning theory. Now, this idea that, oh, we're a visual learner or we're an auditory learner or kinesthetic, there is no such thing. We may have slight preferences, but we all process different information differently. Our brains operate holistically, not one side or the other. Left side, right side. That is a mythology. That is, there's no such thing as left or right brain thinkers. Our brain has this corpus callosum which connects the two. We have parts that, and I'm off on a tangent here, but parts that kind of specialize in certain types of thinking, but our brains, these neurons are connected with all sorts of other things. All human beings are multimodal learners, meaning that learning is enhanced when we are able to see things, hear things, think things, do things, feel things. Able to sing, to move, to emote, to imagine, to create. The more multimodal we can make it, the more parts of the brain are involved in processing it, the better we learn it deeper and with better understanding. We see it from different sides. Also, learning is enhanced when we can see structure. When we see the structure, understand the big picture. That's that holistic part. We see the structure, we know how one thing relates to the next, and we see how the new thing relates to old things or things in long-term memory. To this end, universal teaching. This is all you need to know about teaching. Say a little bit, do a bit, and repeat as necessary. That's what teaching is. Tell them something, have them do something with you, with what you say, and then repeat as necessary. That means you're doing some sort of formal or informal assessment. Hence the lesson plan, the universal lesson plan. You have a purpose statement. This is the bit of knowledge or the concepts I want them to understand, or these are the skills the students will learn about, insert topic here, or the students will learn how to, insert skills there. So that is the purpose statement. What do you want students to learn? The input is the information, or if it's a skill, the steps in the skill. All right? That is specific knowledge that you are telling. Then activity is where they do something with that knowledge. They manipulate the knowledge. You're not passive receivers. They actively extend or apply the input. The activity also enables the teacher to see how they're learning, to do this either formal assessment, that would be grading homework or other sorts of things, or looking at their products or performances, or informal or formative assessment, where you are looking at learning as they are engaged in group activities and making decisions. Do I need to do a little bit more here during the lesson or after the lesson? And universal teaching involves reflection. After the lesson, how did it go? How much learning occurred? This is where you are engaged in some sort of assessment. All right, so after the lesson, you assess how did it go? Did our students learn? And a reflection has to do with philosophy. Are you aligned with your personal and teaching philosophy with what you know best about what research says about teaching and learning? Some terms to know, right there. Some people to know, right there. And that is the end. Some big ideas related to teaching and learning.